The ratio of gardening advice to gardening insight available online has been inverted by the format demands of content creation. Short, accessible, shareable advice generates engagement, and engagement generates more short, accessible, shareable advice, until the cumulative volume of gardening tip content vastly exceeds the volume of gardening insight that would actually change outcomes for someone trying to grow food or maintain an ornamental garden seriously. 25 is a lot of tips, and the standard for inclusion in this list is specific. Each one has to address a mechanism of plant performance rather than a general impression of what good gardening looks like, and each one has to produce a measurable outcome rather than a marginal one. Soil aeration is the tip that produces the largest improvement in most established garden beds relative to the effort it requires, and the one most consistently absent from general gardening tip lists that focus on planting decisions rather than soil structure. A compacted soil, which describes most garden soil that has been worked without soil biology restoration for more than a few seasons, has reduced pore space for root penetration, reduced drainage that creates waterlogging under root systems, and reduced oxygen levels at root depth that suppress the microbial activity the soil biology depends on. Spiking or broad forking an established bed to 12 to 18 inches depth, without turning the soil layers, creates vertical channels that restore pore space and drainage without disrupting the biological community that exists in the distinct soil layers. Companion planting at its most effective is not about the specific plant pairs that attract beneficial insects or repel specific pests, though those relationships are real and worth using. It is about the root depth diversification that mixing plant types in the same space produces. A tall crop with deep roots planted with a shallow-rooted low-growing companion does not compete for the same soil resources at the same depth. Each draws from a different layer of the soil profile. The combined yield from the same ground area frequently exceeds what either crop alone would produce in that space, because the full depth of the productive soil profile is being used rather than only the depth that one crop type reaches. Seed saving from the best performing plants in a garden over multiple seasons applies selection pressure that gradually adapts those plants to the specific growing conditions of that garden, the microclimate, the soil biology, the pest pressure, the local disease environment. A seed line that has been selected from the best performing plants in a specific garden for 10 seasons is a different genotype than the commercial seed it started from, and it will perform in that garden's conditions with increasing reliability over subsequent seasons as the adaptation compounds. Succession planting is the tip that most gardeners understand conceptually and most apply too infrequently to produce its full benefit. The goal of succession planting is continuous harvest from a continuous series of plantings at 2 to 3 week intervals rather than a single large planting that produces a glut followed by a gap. For crops with a peak harvest window, lettuce, radishes, cilantro, and beans especially, the harvest window from a single planting is 2 to 3 weeks. 3 successions at 2-week intervals triple the harvest window from the same garden area with no additional space investment. Something that comes up consistently in a garden managed at this level of seriousness is the nutritional gap that appears mid-season. The amendments and compost applied at the start of the season support early growth well. But by midsummer, when fruiting and flowering demands on plants are highest, the biological reserves in the soil have been partially depleted and the gap between what the soil can provide from its current biological activity and what plants at peak productivity demand becomes measurable in plant performance. Miracle-Gro water-soluble all-purpose plant food is one of those tools that works because it fills that specific gap. It is immediately available to root systems rather than waiting for biological processing, which is exactly what the midsummer peak demand window requires. Used at this specific point in the season rather than as a routine input from the beginning, it addresses the actual limiting factor at the moment it is limiting rather than supplementing a situation that does not yet need supplementing. The link is in the description. The remaining 15 tips address pruning timing, irrigation depth versus frequency, disease prevention through foliage management, soil temperature management through mulch timing, organic matter management across seasons, and the specific management decisions that compound in value over multiple growing seasons rather than producing single-season improvements. Subscribe to Garden Guru. The product links are in the description. See you in the next one.